Today, I'm going to walk you through the absolute best, most practical strategies available for consistently transforming your lengthy, established videos into a predictable, high-performing stream of short-form content, effectively bypassing the soul-crushing hours of manual editing that most creators unfortunately dread. For anyone serious about significantly growing their reach across international platforms and keeping their content feeds constantly saturated with fresh material, batching your entire creation process and leveraging smart technology is undoubtedly the most strategic move you can make right now. We will first examine the painful manual method so you fully appreciate the sheer time sink involved, then pivot to demonstrating precisely how intelligent automation fundamentally saves you massive amounts of effort, while I compare a few alternatives to help you find your perfect content workflow fit. The fundamental truth is you can definitely go through a long recording yourself, pinpoint those absolute highlight moments, and manually chop out short clips guaranteed to crush it on platforms like TikTok, Shorts, or Reels, regardless of the specific distribution channel. The hands-on process involves meticulously scrubbing the timeline back and forth, logging those critical timestamps into a separate document, precisely trimming each segment, manually adding accurate captions, and then exporting the result for immediate use. While this initial manual approach is perfectly acceptable, if you only produce 1 or 2 videos every few months, attempting consistency by posting multiple clips every single week quickly morphs this task into a demanding, full-time editing position that consumes your entire schedule. Before investing any precious effort into batch processing any video, take a critical moment to dive deep into your existing analytics dashboards to identify your current highest viewed content and any topics experiencing immediate, real-time viewer spikes. These proven historical winners and instantly trending subjects represent the absolute lowest hanging fruit for immediate, high-impact short-form clip generation. So you must prioritize them above all other content when you begin your repurposing efforts. Resist the strong urge to tackle your entire existing video backlog simultaneously. Instead, start strategically by processing your top historical performers. Then move to recent uploads that are currently gaining positive momentum, and only then slowly broaden your scope to older material. To truly understand the sheer friction and repetitive nature involved, the manual workflow demands opening your primary editor, watching intently while dropping markers on every single compelling soundbite, copying those markers to a separate spreadsheet, and then trimming each individual segment precisely. Furthermore, for each clip, you must then manually adjust the aspect ratio to vertical for mobile viewing. Often layer on custom branded intros or outros for visual consistency, rigorously export the final file, and finally navigate the upload and scheduling interface for every single piece. Even if you attempt to save time by relying on a platform's default auto captions, you still face the mandatory, tedious chore of proofreading and correcting every inevitable spelling or timing error, meaning a small batch of just 10 to 100 clips quickly transforms into a multi-day or even multi-week production project. I have to be completely upfront. Fully automated systems designed for video processing are never entirely flawless, as they can occasionally slice out bizarre, nonsensical, out-of-context moments, or completely miss the subtle, crucial meaning behind a specific conversational segment. When viewers start leaving comments that your auto-generated captions look strange, or your quick edits feel slightly awkward or disjointed, you should actually take that as a profoundly positive sign that the content is reaching people, giving you clear feedback on where to fine-tune your established templates. Remember that even tedious, careful manual work is inherently prone to human error, so when you weigh the risks involved, the incremental danger of slightly imperfect automation is often much smaller than the guaranteed time investment required to execute everything perfectly by hand. To genuinely grasp the massive time commitment this entire process demands, I strongly challenge you to time yourself, taking just one long video and manually polishing it into 5 distinct, ready-to-post short clips, which often consumes 30 to 60 minutes for even a modestly polished result. Now, extrapolate that half-hour per 5 clips effort across 100 different long-form videos, and the absolute necessity of implementing a robust batching system powered by smart, reliable automation becomes immediately clear and completely non-negotiable for any serious creator. Option 1 involves embracing the power of DIY automation by utilizing familiar applications like Microsoft Power Automate or simple keyboard and mouse macros to construct a complex, repeatable workflow that operates independently without your constant minute-by-minute intervention. For instance, you could engineer one self-running script to automatically open your source video file, scrub precisely to predefined timestamps you have inputted, export the resulting short MP4 files, and neatly drop them into a designated processing folder on your local drive. A second chained automation flow could then reliably take those newly exported files, send them off to a third-party batch captioning service for processing, and finally push the finished assets directly into your preferred social media scheduler for delayed preset posting. While this DIY method effectively costs nothing extra if you already own the underlying software licenses, The initial setup requires a significant upfront investment in time for calibrating precise mouse movements, setting appropriate software wait times, and meticulously programming robust error handling routines. You should anticipate running and testing dozens of practice batches before the entire system runs smoothly for the first time, primarily to avoid those incredibly frustrating moments when an awkward mid-batch failure halts your entire carefully constructed automation sequence unexpectedly. If you choose this powerful but temperamental route, it is highly recommended to process your source videos in small, manageable groups of 4 to 6 at a time, so you can quickly identify and resolve any failures without losing too much valuable production progress. It is absolutely crucial to deliberately insert small buffered wait times between every single action in your script to ensure your web browser and the video encoder aren't attempting to execute the next step before the current one has fully completed loading or processing on the system. You must always program a physical manual override key, such as instantly pressing the escape button on your keyboard, because complex automation scripts inevitably hang or stall on rare occasions, requiring an immediate human intervention to get the entire operation moving again. Also, be diligent about only selecting source videos that haven't already been repurposed into short clips or published as shorts previously, as avoiding duplicate content is absolutely vital for maintaining a fresh and engaging feed for your loyal audience. Furthermore, you need to remain keenly aware of platform length limitations, because some of your AI-selected clips may inadvertently exceed the recommended duration constraints for certain social channels, requiring you to trim them more aggressively before scheduling. Option 2 opens the door to various established commercial alternatives you've likely heard of, such as Descript, Kapwing, or specialized browser plugins, all of which promise significant, ready-to-use automation features right out of their respective boxes. However, many of these otherwise powerful, user-friendly tools reveal significant drawbacks when you start considering scaling up your monthly volume, often proving prohibitively expensive at high usage tiers or possessing frustrating feature gaps, like excellent editing paired with totally inadequate scheduling capabilities. You might find one popular platform charges a substantial fee for every single export you generate from their system, while other competitors restrict your most necessary, time-saving premium features behind the highest, most costly subscription tiers available on their pricing page. Consequently, if your primary goal as a high-volume creator is achieving massive content output while remaining strictly budget-conscious, those accumulating per-clip charges or high-tier subscription fees can escalate frighteningly fast beyond your initial expectations. This brings us directly to a specialized solution, where a dedicated tool like this becomes immediately useful because it is engineered from the ground up specifically to transform your lengthy, pre-recorded source material into instantly ready-to-post, platform-optimized short clips. While its core strengths are indeed powerful and highly relevant to this problem, they only represent part of the overall solution, so pay close attention as I detail the 3 main benefits that truly distinguish this specific approach from general-purpose editing software you might already use. First, the system features an incredibly advanced AI that intelligently scans your entire long video from start to finish, actively searching for those high engagement markers like genuine viewer punchlines, relatable emotional reactions, and highly quotable sentences to generate perfectly formatted short clips ready for any social platform. Second, it includes a robust integrated auto-scheduling function, meaning instead of manually uploading each generated clip one by one and laboriously setting individual posting times, you simply tell the system your desired weekly or monthly frequency, and it automatically queues and publishes the content for you. Third, a centralized content calendar allows you to effortlessly manage all your future posts, preview everything that is currently queued up for release, make final, necessary tweaks, and publish across all your different platforms without ever having to jump between multiple separate applications. When these 3 powerful features are combined effectively, they immediately begin shaving actual hours off your weekly content production workload. But the true, tangible benefit is the unparalleled workflow consistency that this centralization brings to your entire content pipeline. You can easily adopt a disciplined weekly or even a monthly batch process, where you upload a large set of your long videos into the platform at one time, and then simply allow the system to generate and deploy a reliable, steady stream of accompanying shorts without requiring your direct, daily involvement whatsoever. To be perfectly clear for the sake of this discussion, this isn't merely a product advertisement you should dismiss. It's pointing out a necessary workflow architecture designed specifically to remove you, the creator, from being the single, inevitable bottleneck in the entire content repurposing cycle. Here is a highly realistic and effective workflow I strongly recommend for maximizing immediate impact. First, select your 10 absolute best performing videos from the past 90 days that are demonstrating sustained viewer interest, and upload them all together in one organized single batch. Next, allow the system's AI to thoroughly process the content, and generate a comprehensive range of candidate clips for your initial review. Then take a quick skim through the suggestions and only approve the handful of truly excellent ones that you feel best represent your authentic brand voice. After the selection phase is complete, immediately jump into the integrated scheduler to define a consistent posting frequency for the approved content. Perhaps setting it to automatically release 3 high-quality clips every single week without any further hands-on intervention from you. From that point onward, you can simply check the intuitive content calendar feature to visually monitor everything that is already queued up, scheduled, and ready to go live across all your designated social media platforms without needing to open those apps. Even at this very late stage, you absolutely maintain full creative control, allowing you to jump in and make those necessary final micro adjustments, like tweaking the on-screen captions, swapping out the preview thumbnail, or adjusting the final runtime before the clip is permitted to go live. This entire streamlined process saves substantial time when compared directly to a generic editor paired with a separate third-party scheduler, where you would otherwise be forced to manually export every single clip, then upload it, manually add custom captions, add thumbnails, and separately configure every single posting time. Because the integrated AI within this dedicated tool consolidates the complex clip selection process and presents you with pre-made, formatted options, and the scheduler is seamlessly tied into the output, you effectively eliminate the most repetitive export and upload tasks from your list. While you must always review the final output and should never blindly approve every suggestion the AI makes, you have successfully excised the most time-consuming, non-creative heavy lifting from your weekly content production schedule, freeing up hours for creative work. When dealing with any automated clipping system, a common and predictable pitfall involves the AI sometimes creating segments that feel completely out of context, or worse, selecting an awkward or irrelevant segment of audio to accompany the visual information presented. The immediate and most effective fix for this predictable issue is simple. Quickly skim every single AI selection and decisively reject any candidate clip that you feel genuinely doesn't make complete logical sense to a first-time viewer who has zero prior context. Furthermore, you must diligently maintain a sharp eye on the quality of the auto-generated captions, because while they are usually quite solid and functional, they are never entirely flawless, making that quick 1-minute proofreading pass an absolutely worthwhile and necessary investment of your time. Crucially, never forget the inherent technical limitations of the destination platforms themselves. You must always check and manually trim your clips to adhere strictly to the recommended maximum duration and aspect ratio for each specific social channel you intend to utilize. For the highly technical user who demands an absolute comprehensive safety net for their content pipeline, you can combine this platform with a lightweight automation script that manages downloading the published files, securely archiving the original source videos, and logging all the necessary metadata into a centralized tracking spreadsheet. This extra diligence creates an invaluable, verifiable record of every single piece of content that has been published to the public, which proves essential later when you perform deep dive analysis on which specific clip styles drove the best overall performance metrics. Comparing this holistic, integrated approach to cheaper alternatives, those initial budget browser plugins or simple per export editing tools often appear highly attractive on paper, but creators frequently realize they are simply trading one type of recurring cost for another via high per-clip fees or expensive mandatory annual subscriptions. Moreover, if automated scheduling is a major pain point you are attempting to solve with a new tool, many existing editors fail spectacularly in that department. They can create the video file, but you are subsequently left manually scheduling and coordinating posts across every single platform separately. This dedicated tool effectively closes that critical workflow gap by tightly integrating the powerful clip creation engine directly with comprehensive publishing controls under one unified, easy-to-manage roof, which is a significant advantage for consistent output. Now, I must be completely clear and transparent for the record. This integrated system isn't the flawless answer for every single creator out there, as anyone requiring intricate, one-off custom edits involving multiple camera angles or complex motion graphics will still require the precision of a dedicated, highly skilled human editor. When we discuss serious scale, meaning you have a library of 50 to 200 long-form videos waiting to be repurposed effectively, the only logical strategy forward is to process them systematically in managed batches, rather than attempting one massive, error-prone single upload. You should begin this scaling effort by targeting your top 20 videos based on lifetime view count performance, or alternatively, choose the 20 specific source videos that are currently generating the most active real-time engagement signals on your channel right now. You should run these selected source files through your chosen automation flow, whether it's your custom script or a specialized tool like this one, in small, contained chunks of 10 to 20 at a time, to significantly minimize the chance of cascading errors and keep the necessary review process mentally manageable. Utilize the content calendar feature within your system to intelligently space out the publishing schedule over the coming weeks, so you maintain a consistent, reliable audience presence without overwhelming your viewers or overloading your own personal time capacity. Ultimately, rigorous testing remains the single most critical component of any successful automated workflow. So after your initial small test runs, meticulously monitor the audience engagement metrics to inform necessary template refinements for future batches. If you notice the AI-generated clips are eliciting odd viewer reactions or demonstrating surprisingly low viewer retention rates, immediately adjust the AI's preferred clip length parameters or experiment with implementing a completely different on-screen caption style for better performance. Should the entire automated process inevitably break somewhere in the middle of a large running batch, immediately pause the operation where it stands, calmly troubleshoot the specific root cause of the interruption, and then confidently restart the sequence from the very last point that successfully completed its task. In summary, adopting automated clip creation is an undeniable game changer for every modern creator. Because regardless of whether you build your own custom flows or utilize a dedicated platform like this one, the shared objective is successfully removing tedious, repetitive editing work from your daily to-do list. As you begin implementing this new streamlined system, remember the golden rule that applies to all new technology. Always start small to build confidence with your chosen tool or process before attempting to scale up your daily or weekly output to massive numbers. If you would like a deep dive showing my exact settings for a complex YouTube to Shorts pipeline, including a detailed sample week-by-week posting schedule, please let me know in the comments, and I can definitely create that highly specific follow-up video for you very soon. So I strongly encourage you to take just a few of your existing videos this week, batch the entire conversion process using one of these methods, and then genuinely assess how much valuable creative time you manage to reclaim from the burdensome editing pile. Once you have successfully liberated that extra time for yourself, be sure to let me know what you prioritize doing with it. Did you finally take that long overdue nap, go for a genuinely refreshing run outside, or perhaps finally get started on that massive, complex, long-form project you've been putting off for months? If you are looking for more practical, time-saving workflows that genuinely help creators spend significantly less time on manual grunt work and more time producing truly impactful, high-value content for your community, then please do not hesitate to hit that subscribe button right now. Keep experimenting fearlessly with these new automation systems. Always stay creative and authentic with your core message and storytelling. And most importantly of all, always strive to ship your excellent new content consistently to your patient and waiting audience.